Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Anishuhada binti Muhammad Hisam, and today I will explain about the war crimes. So before we go further in what is war crime, as we know, war crime is one of four others crimes that it's under jurisdiction of international criminal courts, which the others is genocide, crimes against humanity, and crimes of aggression. So before we first of all, before we dive into my explanation, we must know about the war crimes. What is war crimes? We must know the definition and what war crime refer to. And some academic believe that the term war crime is refer to major violation of Geneva Convention or Additional Protocol 1, as well as serious infringement of the laws and norms that apply to armed conflict. So the definition war crimes is a war crimes is a grave breach of law that norms applicable in armed conflict, which is often referred to as international humanitarian law, which carries with its criminal liability under international law. So you must know that war crime are serious violation of the Geneva on August 12th, 1949, which is were signed. So the Geneva Convention, as we must know, it is sets of international accords that define the law that govern military conflict. Alright, still in the topic, which is what is war crimes. So, according to the previous slide, the other violation of the rules and custom of war might also be considered to constitute war crimes. A comprehensive number of this action are enumerated in the Rome Statutes, which is examples, it include targeting purpose members of civilian population in their assaults. Next is targeting civilian or civilian items on purpose during an assault, and the others is conducting attacks on purpose against individual, installation, material units or vehicle that are participating in a humanitarian relief or peacekeeping operation. And the other is it's causing the deaths or injury of a warrior who has surrendered after having laid down his arm or been left without any other means of the defense. That's what is war crime. So moving on to the next point, which is the prohibition. In the war crimes, there are prohibition, which is they set forth prohibition that apply in third things, which is international armed conflict only. The second which is or internal armed conflict only, or in both international and internal armed conflicts. So, what's the prohibition of crimes that it's prohibit under the core crimes? So first of all, I will state about the international armed conflict, which is its prohibit willful killing, torture, or including inhuman treatment, including biological experiments. Uh, the others is willfully causing great suffering or serious injury to body or health, or or uh, the extensive destruction and appropriation of property are not just justified by military necessity and carried out unlawfully and wantonly. And also the crimes that prohibit the international armed conflict, which is the compelling a prisoner of war or other protected person to serve in the force of the hostile power, and the others is the willfully depriving a prisoner of war of other protected person of the right of fair and regular trial. And also the unlawful deportation or transfer or unlawful confinement. And also the lastly is taking hostage. So that's the list of the crimes that it prohibit in the under the international armed conflict. So after the prohibition of the international armed conflict, we also have the internal armed conflict of prohibition of crimes, which is list in the violence to life and person, in particular murder of all kinds, or the mutilation, cruel treatment and torture, or outrage upon personal dignity, in particular humiliating and degrading treatment, and also taking the hostage, and also constricting and enlistment children on the age of 15 years. So that's all the prohibition of the internal armed conflict. Okay, the last point is the element of war crimes. So, the factors it's contain about seven elements, which is I will list about it's contain about it armed conflict, protected person, nexus, existing international humanitarian law, gravity, individual criminal responsibility, and awareness. So I will explain. Uh, so I will explain further about the elements of war crimes, which is first is armed conflict. So in the armed conflict, it's explained it there must have been armed conflict at time and location of the alleged offense. And next is the protected person, which is stated that the international humanitarian law requires that the victim must be protected. And the third is the nexus, which is the accused action must have a substantial connection to the armed conflict. So the other is the existing of the international humanitarian law, which is the violation must be a violation of customary or treaty-based international humanitarian law that is applicable to be accused. So the fifth is the gravity. So the offense must be grave and significant repercussions for the victims. And the sixth is individual criminal responsibility, which is those who violate the regulation must have individual criminal responsibility. And the last but not least is awareness. So awareness is the last element of war crimes, which is explained. It is also important to demonstrate that the defendant was aware of the armed conflict. So that's all for me, Nurani Shada Bitu Hisam. Thank you.